Okay, Swedish Bulldog trainer, another Airfix model I made from one I bought at of a stall, this time from an air show, and sadly the box I bought didn't have any decals in it, but I had made an earlier RF version of the Bulldog which had spare decals for the Swedish version, so hey, I had spare decals, so I used the spare decals for this. And with a bit of research I found that there's also some orange stripes and parts to the scheme which weren't included in any decals, so I had to paint them by hand, and each of those done using masking tape, using Tamiya tape to mask off the various areas. Just found a suitable colour of orange, the gold trainery, and if you'll notice I've got underneath here a little stand, because like any good old Bulldog model, in fact the Bulldog itself tends to sit a bit tail backwards. It's a tail sitter. The failure of the weights. I would have needed that to be solidly lead filled, I think, for it to stay in its nose wheel, but I miscalculated with how much weight I put in there, and it doesn't sit. The propeller goes round, that's a bonus, but it doesn't sit on its front, so I made up a pretend stand from a bit of sprue and a bit of plasticard, and that's what I used to hold it on a stand, like as if it's having things done to the back end of it. Perhaps the rubber bump up changed on it, something imaginary. I tried to get the inside as clear, as authentic as possible, but with all the right paints, but you know, it doesn't always show up when you got the cockpit. Never mind. I've another thing I should have done, which I didn't put the wheels on low enough. So if you see a Bulldog in real life, they are quite, as I say, they're quite low sitting. They park, I'm stammering there now. When they're parked, they're almost on their tail skid. They're about that angle. When the people get in, more about that angle. But again, I don't know if you can tell, but the wheels are too down, really. They're more like as if it's flying, so the springiness of it is, you know what I mean. Anyway, here's my little Bulldog model by Airfix. It's a number 17, so it's young and like a dancing queen. I could find all these references as much as I like, can't I? Anyway, it does the job as an example. Try to get all the way to shades of grey and shades of green. And there we go. But not one Bulldog in this video. But while I'm talking about Swedish Bulldogs, there's the other Swedish Bulldog from the Bristol Bulldog this time, which was used by the Swedish Airforce. Another old Airfix kit, using the old Swedish fighter wing liveries, the 3 crowns from, I think, the Kalmar Republic reference there with the 3 crowns, but I can be corrected on that if I'm wrong. One thing I noticed with this kit is a bit poor, I think, because I don't think it's the case on the real Bulldogs, but if you can tell, the shape of the propeller, which goes this way around, has sort of a indentation for how well, it's shaped back to front, let's put it that way. That you'd think would be the concave part of it, which would be the tractor in feature of the propeller. It's grabbing the air, but it doesn't seem to be. It's like a back to front. It's like a pusher propeller really, but on the front. So whether they put the sprue moulding in the wrong way around. I don't know, must be some historical reason, some mess up in the factory back in the 60s or 70s. Another thing, I lost one of the navigation lights on the leading edge. Should be another one of these on that end there. And of course, as you can tell, I haven't put any of the aerials over the rigging. I do still have the whoops, hang on, what's that? Have I lost something else now? Yeah, that's the that goes under there. Good job I saw that. I'll stick that on it once I'm finished, before I forget. Don't lose that. Got the bombs underneath. Got the exhausts in place. It says to use bronze or whatever for the collectors, whatever it's called, in the engine, but I chose not to because I think the particular paint, the call out they had for it, doesn't really suit. Anyway, that's enough of me waffling off script, and bye for now.